Well, hello internets, here we are. I wasn't gonna vlog today, however, I need to do something to distract myself. I am 4 hours and some away from home. I went on this journey with the purpose of filming videos. Some of these sites in this general area I've seen before. I have spent money to get here, and it'll be probably equal money to get home, as well as more money planned in the next few days to have spent. And I wake up this morning to offload the footage that I had filmed in the previous couple of days, and I find my wonderful laptop acting up. This is the same laptop that is about a month and a half old. The same laptop that I purchased only for virtually this summer's road trip. And I had it all set up, all working fine at home, all good to go. However, the last couple of times I logged on, it wouldn't accept my password. It said invalid password. Well, it's not an invalid password. So I reset the password, get it all working good, it's working fine, restart the computer, the password's working. A week later I go to fire up the computer again to check for updates to make sure everything's working fine. And lo and behold, invalid password again. So once again, reset the password, restart the computer, double check it to make sure, update the computer to make sure that it's all good to go. And then lo and behold, I turn on the computer here just before I go to leave on the road trip, and invalid password. So I restart, reshuffle, reset all this crap again, and it's good to go once again. And it's only been maybe 4 days since I've turned the computer on. And I get here at my campsite here where, I have the power to edit. I even have Wi-Fi, of all things, to upload if I chose. As well as I got the space to offload my footage. And I fire up the computer, lo and behold, invalid password. Well, these wonderful computers are so wonderful that you can't reset the password without an internet connection. And most of these internet connections require you to accept terms of service or sign up for points or be a McHappy person or whatever, and when your computer is locked you can't sign terms of service. Well, what about hotspot through your phone to the computer? No, it's the same thing. You can't use your phone as a hotspot if you can't accept terms of service through your phone via the computer, And it's like, I drove around this morning for probably 45 minutes trying to find a Wi-Fi connection that'll work. And no go this morning. So I've reset, restore, rebooted, whatever you want to call it, the computer back to factory out-of-box settings. And the first time it didn't work at all. Something happened with the restore. The second time I fired it up and it was missing the time and missing the icons at the bottom, missing some of my icons on the main screen. Some of the main screen icons might have been my own doing because, restored it to factory settings, right? It's not going to have your widgets or icons that you originally put there when you first set it up. And I go to offload some of my footage and it won't accept the footage, won't play the footage. I go to double check to see about updates and things like that, and I can't access the Windows menu to check for updates and stuff. And I finally here tried a third time, and maybe as you can see in the bottom, just shut off there, I actually have widgets at the bottom, or shortcuts or whatever they're called, as well as the time and a couple things like that. I was actually able to access the update menu. I was actually able to access the Windows Update menu now and doing updates. The Wi-Fi at the campground's a little slow, and it's taking a bit, but it should get done. I am in a very, very, very small town, whatever it is, 10,000 population or something. But there is a couple of computer stores and a Walmart. So, failing this, I go to Walmart, buy a handful of micro SD cards for the dash camera, and a handful of regular sized, whatever they're called, SD cards for this camera here and the main camera for the footage. And essentially what I do is I take the risk of losing it all and filming on, 15 or so SD cards for this journey, because one SD card holds about 6 hours of road footage. And there still is probably about 5 or 6 SD cards worth of road footage in this journey alone. Not to mention the handheld footage and the vlog footage here. Failing that's what I'm going to have to do. And it is sort of time to kind of upgrade my SD cards anyways. I have 3 dash camera footage or micro SD cards and 2 good handheld ones, SD cards, and 2 backup ones that are a little older but still work. So I was prepared. I did bring my hard drive because the idea was to offload it from the computer directly, pretty much immediately, onto my hard drive. However, my wonderful phone won't cooperate with the hard drive alone unless I have the computer to go in between. I've tried this before. It's a bit of a frustrating day. I had things planned this morning to do, things to go, and it's not that I'm in a hurry or things have to be done and done now and things like this. I've got things to do in the 4 or 5 days that I'm here, and to lose a day of filming is another day that I either have to stay or pull out of this campground if there is no spots to stay at the end of my days here, because, well, campgrounds are campgrounds, and this is peak tourist season, and spots fill up really quick. So I'm hoping this last third time's a charm will work what it's supposed to do, and everything gets fine. I can offload my footage. I won't be able to edit my footage because my editing software is at home, and even if I had my editing software with me, I couldn't upload it on this wonderful computer because these modern computers don't even have a disk drive to put the software in to put it onto the computer. However, I did buy an optional disk drive, but I left it at home because there's no point in bringing it with me, because I wasn't going to need it, because I wasn't going to watch Blu-rays while I camp. I wasn't going to watch Blu-rays while I camp, so to upload the footage I need the disk drive, but I don't have the disk drive or the editing footage because it was all on this computer and good to go. For the lack of working technology, the whole thing crumbles. So I'm trying to fix things, gather things up, possibility of buying I don't know, $200, $300 in SD cards, which really doesn't take long to add up. What's that, six cars alone? You know, there's probably $700 in SD cards that I'm going to need to complete this journey, you know, when you add it up like that. Some cameras won't use above 16 gigs or even 32 gigs SD cards. They won't fully utilize a 128 gig card. I've had that experience before. I don't know if these cameras are like that or not, but we might find out that. All I know is this vlogging camera is almost full. All 3 of my road footage SD cards are full. And I have footage on my handheld camera that should be offloaded as well. And hopefully I can get this thing fixed. And I guess it is what it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.